My husband told me about his cross-dressing early on in our relationship. I was confused at first, but I eventually came to terms with it. His desire simply was a part of him, and I loved him, quirk or not. He only liked dressing up as a part of lovemaking, so no one knew about his cross-dressing. That was good, because it meant that I didn't have to deal with the possible negative reactions I might face as a result of not so understanding neighbors or friends. To be honest, though, I didn't really gain that much from the arrangement. My husband clearly enjoyed the fantasy of dressing up, and I went along with it, fully participating in his feminization. But I wasn't attracted to a feminine guy. I guess you could say I tolerated his cross-dressing. I wasn't turned on by it. I found my pleasure in little games around his cross-dressing. I would sometimes leave him instructions on what he should be wearing when I got home. Or I would text him a picture of a dress or some nail polish and give him a week to locate and buy it. I also would play I will if you will with him, such as I'll wear that corset, but only if you also wear a corset. My story today grew out of that sentiment. One day, I was perusing a website and noticed that the store was having a BOGO sale, also known as a buy one, get one promotion. In a BOGO sale, if the customer buys one item at full price, he or she gets another item free or at some discount. I noticed that BOGO sales were becoming quite popular. It seemed that nearly every store had such a sale these days. Now, to understand this story, you must understand that I love two things, shopping and a challenge. This BOGO sale gave me an opportunity to pursue both. I wondered if I could assemble two complete outfits, one for me and one for my husband, purchased entirely from BOGO sales. The trick, of course, would be that I would be purchasing only women's clothes and accessories at the sales. So, that Saturday, I dragged my husband out with me for some BOGO shopping. I told him to come with me, and that I would be purchasing two outfits solely from BOGO sales. I've taken him shopping before, but always without making it obvious that we were purchasing items for him. Luckily, he was small enough that we could find his sizes in most women's stores. Today would be similar, but since I would be buying clothes in two different sizes, we could never be sure what the sales associate would surmise. I told him to cooperate with me and he would be very happy. To get us both in the mood, I painted both of our toenails in matching pink before we went out. The color was called Sissy, but I didn't tell him that. He was wearing shoes and socks, so no one would notice. The first stop went well. We went to a lingerie store to pick out undergarments. I found a really cute bra and panty set that was on sale. I purchased one set for me in size 36C, and one at 50% off in his size of 40B. The sales girl either didn't notice or thought I was purchasing for someone else. I also found pantyhose that were 2 for 1, so I picked those out too. Next, we stopped at a costume jewelry store. I found great goes with anything necklaces, earrings and bracelets, all on buy one, get one free sales. At the makeup counter of the next store, I found lipsticks that were 50% off the second tube. I didn't find other makeup on sale, but I figured that those are basic items, so they didn't really count. Everything changed when we went to buy a dress. Dresses are predictably unpredictable. Every dress is different. A girl can never be sure of the sizing, the color or the hang of a dress without trying it on. So, when we went to the dress shop, I searched for a few for me. I tried every one of them on in the store to find the right look and fit. When it came to my husband's get one dress, I did not make him try it on. I simply held the dress up in his direction so I could get a rough idea of how it would look. My husband leaned back. "Hold still," I whispered. "No," he replied. "Someone might see." I can't pick the right dress if you don't cooperate. Hold still. This will only take a minute. When I held up another dress, my husband stepped back again. I stepped toward him, holding the dress out at arm's length. But he would have none of it. He quickly walked away from me. All the way out of the store. This angered me to no end. I seethed as I picked a dress without any help from him. Perhaps because I was angered, I purchased a form-fitting mini dress in a bright red. It was way too short. And way too bright, too. The dress screamed for attention. It was the kind of dress that would show a lot of cleavage, too, if he had any, that is. After making my purchase, I found my husband outside. "I'm so mad at you," I told him. "There was no one in the store, and you couldn't even hold still for a minute so I could pick out a nice dress for you. You're the one who enjoys wearing women's clothing. I'm not making you dress up. You are going to get a whole new outfit out of this adventure. But you're too afraid of the remote possibility someone might think something was odd to stand there for just a second? If you want me to continue putting up with your little hobby, you need to start cooperating. Otherwise, we can stop our shopping right now. And you can stop expecting me to participate when you dress as a woman. Is that what you want?" My rant got to him. He was quiet for a moment. Then he apologized and said that he wanted to continue. "I'll behave," he said. "I'm sorry about what happened. I just panicked back there. I'll try my best to do better at the next store. Please, let's keep going." "Okay," I said, "but you're going to have to pay for that little outburst. I'm really frustrated with you." "I will make it up to you," he promised, "whatever I need to do." Little did he know how high the price was going to be. To be honest, at the time, neither did I. But I soon devised a payback that surprised even me. We put our purchases thus far in the car and drove to the shopping mall. The last thing we needed to buy was shoes, and there is a specialty store in the mall that sells the larger sizes he needs. It's a full-service store, not one of those self-service discount stores that are so common. And they had a BOGO sale going on. When we entered the store, I took a prominent seat in the center of the store, near the entrance. I had my husband sit on the outside of me, towards the mall traffic. He was clearly visible to anyone and everyone in the mall. It was my intent to make him a little uncomfortable. But as I shopped, the idea for payback came to me. It was time for my dear husband to face what he really is. After this, he will know better than to shy away when I hold a dress up to him. The salesperson helping me was a young woman in her early 20s. She was very cute and outgoing. I bet my husband was secretly attracted to her. All the better, I thought. In record time, for me, I selected a modest pair of pumps. They were navy with a 3.5-inch heel. Good for work. Won't be uncomfortable and won't attract the wrong kind of attention. When the girl told me that they were having a sale and that the next pair of shoes was free, I sprang into action. "That's wonderful," I said. "I'd like to see a pair of open-toed sandals, with at least a 4-inch heel, in red. In a size 11. My own shoes were a size 9. The sales girl understandably had a look of confusion on her face. She started to say something, presumably to tell me I asked for the wrong size. That's when I cut her off. "The sandals aren't for me, sweetie. They're for my sissy husband here. He needs a pair of shoes to show off the pretty pedicure he's wearing. He practically begged me to paint his toenails pink to match mine. Show her, dear. My husband had a look of panic on his face. Come on, honey. You wanted your toenails painted that color. The color is called sissy. It's so fitting. That's what you are. You wanting to dress as a woman all the time. And I know how you love platform heels. Now is your opportunity to get a pair you know will fit properly. I glared at him briefly, silently reminding him of his pledge to cooperate. To the sales girl, I said, let's measure his feet, just to be sure of the sizing. My husband slowly but obediently took off his shoes and socks. Everyone in the mall could see the man in pink nail polish having his foot measured by an attractive salesgirl. I could see his penis getting hard. And, to be honest, I was getting a little wet myself. The salesgirl remarked that his toes looked very pretty. Thank you. I did them this time, but he has a lot of practice painting his own nails. He just loves nail polish. The girlier the color, the better for him. He really wanted me to do his fingernails this morning. He almost cried when I said no. I was lying when I said these things, except about him being able to do his own nails. But they fueled his embarrassment, and I was enjoying that right now. You're in luck, baby. I brought the nail polish with me. It's right here. If you're good, maybe we can get you a manicure next. The salesgirl smiled at my comments and finished measuring his feet. I have a pair of red platform sandals that would be great. They have a lot of pop and would really draw attention to his feet. They're perfect to show off a sissy pedicure. Let me see if I have them in his size. She brought them out and they were beautiful. They were 5-inch wedge heels with a 1.5-inch platform. They had an ankle strap and thin red straps across the foot. The toes were completely exposed. I loved them. We made my husband walk around the store, ostensibly to test the size, but really to show off his ability to walk in heels. If anyone in the mall had any doubt who was shopping for heels, it was quite obvious now. Then the sales girl, probably sensing a bigger commission, stepped in. You know, we are having a buy one get one free sale. If he doesn't already have them, you should consider getting him a few more shoes. I just got in some classic black pumps. They're the kind every girl needs. They go with everything from jeans to a little black dress. And, if you get those, he'll get another pair free. He would get 3 pairs, but you only pay for one more. I happily agreed with the idea. We had him try on several more pairs of heels. We bought the black pumps. I made him select the pair he liked the most as his final pair. Then I made him pay for the purchases with his own credit card. The sales girl signed him up for their frequent buyer club. She gave him her card and said to come back regularly to build the right wardrobe. A girl can never have enough shoes, she said. You can wear the sandals out if you like, she offered. Let me take the sticker off of them for you. My husband looked at me, probably hoping I would say no. But instead, I nodded my head slightly. Yes, I would love that, he answered. Clearly, by now he had learned not to cross me. As we turned to leave the store, I saw a nail salon across the hall. Look, honey, there's a nail salon right here. You've been so good, you can get that manicure you wanted. Here's your nail polish, sissy, remember? Take this wristlet purse, your phone and your credit card. Go see if they can do your fingers for you. I'll stay here and shop some more. I can't have you own more heels than me. As he reluctantly walked out into the mall, I thought, it's too bad nail salons don't have BOGO sales. Oh well, I can make an exception this time. I watched him walk across the mall toward the nail salon. Two teenage girls walked past him. I saw them turn around after passing him and snicker. I wonder if they said anything to him. My husband approached the counter at the salon. It looked pretty busy. Good, I thought. They had him sit in the waiting area for a few minutes. An older woman was sitting next to him. She looked uncomfortable with the effeminate man sitting next to her. Quickly, I texted my husband. Talk to her, I said. I saw him look at me, but then reluctantly start up a conversation. I couldn't hear it, but I knew that the whole thing must be embarrassing. After only a few minutes, a beautiful young tech came out to get my husband. He stood up, in his platform heels, took his purse and followed her back. But they didn't go far. Her station was right up front, visible from the mall. Perfect, I thought. I watched her doing his nails for a few minutes. She was putting a lot of effort into it. When it looked like she was almost done, I walked over to the salon. Oh, there you are, baby. I said loudly as I approached his nail station. You ran out so quickly after buying those heels that I didn't know where you went. I should have known you were coming here. You just love wearing nail polish. I bet you couldn't wait. My husband was turning red, but he didn't say anything. And he didn't try to run. I was enjoying this more than I expected, so I continued. What color did you select? He paused, but he answered. It's called Sissy, he said. That's so lovely. And so appropriate for you. That's the color you painted your toes with this morning. The tech looked at me and then responded. He brought the polish with him. He asked for his fingers to be painted to match his toes. And the extensions? I asked. Since it was his first time here, I gave him our new customer special 50% off nail extensions. I don't think he realized what was happening until I started to glue the new nails on him. He's so submissive. Not at all like my man. Yes, my husband is a girly man. He likes to wear women's clothes, especially nail polish and makeup. This whole day was his idea. We were BOGO shopping and he disappeared while I bought my own pair of heels at that store across the mall. I don't mind, said the tech. I get a few sissies once in a while. I enjoy taking them further than they expect. They can't really say no, I've found. I decided to take it up another notch. Yes, he is rather compliant. Did you know, sissy, that nail extensions should stay on for a few weeks at least? It looks like your vacation is about to start early this year. Then, I turned back to the tech. Since he won't be dressed as a man for a while, I wish that he looked more girly when he dresses up. Like now, he's girl from the neck down but guy above. Does this salon do makeup and hair? Of course, I can get my friend, Rachel, to do that. By the way, I'm Julie. Why don't you have a seat while I take him back? She led my husband to the back of the salon. I saw her talking to another woman, who then led my husband to a chair. When Julie returned, she said, if you like, I can do your nails, too. If you get our new customer special, it will be just like a buy one, get one. I'm so lucky, I thought. About an hour later, Rachel returned with a very beautiful woman. She had plucked my husband's eyebrows, styled his hair in a short but definitely girlish style, and applied a full set of makeup. "Sissy, you look beautiful. I can't believe how great of a job they did," I said to him. "Rachel was very helpful," my husband said. "She made me feel very welcome, but I'd like to go now." "We're almost done, my sweet. While you were in the back, I brought the clothes we bought for you today. You can go to the ladies' room and change. I'm sure Rachel and Julie would love to see you completely dressed." My husband slowly took the dress and other purchases to the back. Rachel escorted him back to a special changing room. She leaned in and gave him a friendly kiss on the cheek. When he returned, he was dressed head to toe in his new purchases. The mini dress was indeed a little too short, but it matched his shoes perfectly. He looked truly passable, beautiful even. Rachel and Julie were thrilled to see him. "You truly are a sissy." "I don't see any man there at all," Julie said. "I'm almost jealous of the way you look." Rachel echoed the comment. "Yes, if I didn't know you were a sissy man, I would definitely think you were one of us." They looked at me and she continued, "In fact, Julie and I are going to go clubbing tonight. She would fit right in with that outfit. If the two of you want to stop by our apartment, then we could go out, just 4 girls looking for some fun." Turning to me, Rachel asked, "What do you say?" "That's great," I said. "But only if we pick a place that's having buy one, get one drink specials."